You know, if you study people, you've reached the peak of their fields. You will see that it takes a lot of hard work to get there. Motivation was only around 1% of the equation, and I'll prove it to you. If you want to be world-class bodybuilder, say you have to train twice a day, 6 days a week, and eat 8 meals a day. You have to train twice a day, 6 days a week. Your calorie intake is strictly controlled. You eat according to function rather than taste, because your meals are pre-planned and pre-cooked. So for example, my trainer will eat and I will ask, what are you eating? They have the most with chicken that has been boiled without salt. You get about half a kilogram of it. What exactly are you doing? I'm taking in protein, he says. He doesn't mention that I'm eating. I'm bringing in protein for him. He says, it serves its purpose. It does not occupy any space. Then you will most likely have to train for at least a month. And if you are a genetic phenom, you'd have to train for at least 10 years before you could compete at an average level with an average global body average on the stage. Okay, so what is the point of me telling you this? We all have these things called New Year's resolution at the start of a new year. And then New Year's resolution number 1, make more money. Yeah. The second, change my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Please, get in shape. Number 3. Yeah. The third option, get in shape, is one of the top 3 priorities. So how do you go about it? You go to the gym and sign up for a membership. Yeah. You go to your local Nike store and buy all of your exercise equipment. You fire up. You've got me thinking now. You decided to go to the gym. You go to the YouTube and subscribe to every fitness channel there. You open Instagram and begin following all of the fitness models. You fire up. You decided to go to the gym. You are going to lose weight anyway. That's exactly what you are going to do. The person you are keeping an eye on to look like that, I've been working on it for at least 5 years. So you have the erroneous belief that if you work out for a month, you will look like them. So how does this first month go? You are ecstatic. You go to the gym every month and endure the pains, and your body is sore. But I'm excited. I'm heading to the gym. Then there's life. The company is not profitable. You don't just make your target sick. Something happens, and then you decide to skip a day at the gym. A day turns into 2, and 2 turns into a week. You suddenly realize you had a gym membership for 3 months and haven't used it. What did you get, and what did you lose out on? You believe that motivation was the key to success. Winners are self-motivated. Winners must have discipline. Discipline in getting things done. Because they must be done. Not because I want to, but because I'm motivated to. You believe Nelson Mandela's 27 years imprisonment was motivated by his desire to serve his country? You think Martin Luther King was inspired to march across the country proclaiming freedom? You know, when you look at people that change the world, you don't assume they are doing it because they are motivated. They are doing it because they promise themselves they do it, and they were disciplined to see it through. You must remember that discipline is considerably more important than motivation, which is why you must be cautious. Decisions that you make, because as my mentor points out, once you make a decision, you must follow through on it. Then we are defined by our choices. As a result, you must exercise extreme caution. Be very cautious about the decisions you make. I'm telling you now that the commitments you make are utterly overrated. It's crucial. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great. You know, we get together based on our motivation. We are feeling terrific, but it will pass. To see things through, you will need a stronger will and a deeper dedication. Disciplines work miracles, and here is the first miracle working item. First and foremost, do what you can. Allowing negligence to take you by the neck is not a good idea. Allowing negligence to stymie your progress towards riches and health is a mistake. Being able to become powerful, influential, and wealthy is a dream come true. Don't undervalue your abilities. If you have the ability to read, read. If you have the ability to change, change. If you have the ability to grow, grow. If you have the ability to take one step, take one step. Do not neglect to do whatever you can right now. Of course, today you can't run a multi-billion dollar company. Man couldn't eat there 10 years ago, and he couldn't eat there 5 years ago. But I'm telling you now that he can, because he took on what he could do step by step, year by year. He didn't forget about it. He attended the sessions that he was able to attend. He was the one who made the phone calls. He might be able to persuade him to read the books. He was a good reader. He enrolled in as many classes as he could, gradually prepared himself. I'm advising you to do whatever you can, since it will work wonders for your personal development. First and foremost, productivity. Now go ahead and do what you can. Number 2 is to do the best you can. If it's a foggy night and you can only see 100 feet, how can you see another 100 feet? The answer is walk the first 100 feet as far as you can see. Then walk as far as you can see. And then walk as far as you can see. And then walk as far as you can see. And then walk as as you can see, and then you can see some more. So everything you've learned here, simply carry it out as far as you can. And I assure you, if you execute, you'll be able to see more as far as you can see it. Then you will be able to see more and finally get into the habit of performing your best. And you have the ability, the activity of developing the disciplines that will set this scene up so that you can say, I'm ready no matter how the wind blows. Some people consider discipline to be an unappealing word. They will talk to me about discipline. But you have to recognize that discipline is a tremendous creative force. Discipline helps you grow a profession, maintain good health, and form the most fantastic marriage. Discipline is the glue that holds a friendship together for the long haul. Discipline cultivates abilities that can be amplified and used to change the world. Music is made possible by discipline. You can't have great music if you don't have discipline. We even refer to them as disciplines. Architecture and music are both referred to as playing an instrument. They are referred to as sculpturing. Painting is what we call them. They are referred to as writing and composition. We call those disciplines, and disciplines implies that, it does not come without discipline, but it also implies that discipline is the open door to the creative process of turning nothing into something, and imagination into reality. So here's what you have to learn. Appreciate the disciplines and be open to them. This is a nice question to ponder. What other discipline could I start that will allow me to bring my imagination to life in a completely new way? There's no enterprise without discipline. There can be no wonderful building without discipline. There is no music without discipline. There is no health without discipline. There is no profit without discipline. As you are aware, there is no hope for the future. So when it comes to imagination, having something true, believing in it, and making it a reality, discipline is everything. The key to growth is to be the best version of yourself. I'm not sure what your skills are. I'm not sure what your abilities are. But here's something I'm quite sure I'm on. That you've fallen behind on making a concerted attempt to reach your maximum potential. That is something I would recommend. Now, I realize that is definitely not true for some of you. But even when I consider my own life, I'm inclined to delay just like everyone else. I should have done so much more, but I didn't. I got sidetracked, and we all have obstacles. But who I'm going to be? I lost one of my closest friends who died at the age of 53. He also drank a little bit too much. Richard drank a little too much, but he got up to all sorts of mischief. He was an Aaron and a dreamer who accomplished a lot. But his drinking left him in a fog for years and years. He was sitting in a fog at the club around 15 years ago when it suddenly dawned on him. I often wonder what I could have accomplished over the years if I hadn't been in such a fog. And he said that was the end of it. And he was free for the last 15 years of his life before he died. And in the last 15 years, he was accomplished some remarkable things. Being all that you are capable of being and not allowing habits to bring you down or anything to distract you from reaching your greatest potential. What could your heart comprehend if you were given the opportunity, had the discipline, and put your mind to it? What are the possibilities for you? What kind of money could you make? How heady do you think you are? How many books do you think you could write? How many poems do you think you could write? So here's what I do want to ask you. I'm asking you to correct yourself if you feel a little stalled. No matter where you are in your journey, I'm asking you to consider whether you could be on a faster course to realizing your potential and reaching your maximum potential. This is what life is all about. Being the best version of ourselves. The full realization of your own potential. That is the first. The prudent use of all of your resources is number two. That is the essence of life. Discipline. This is the one discipline where a single magical word stands out above the others. Discipline serves as a link between ideas and results. The link between value creation and inspiration. The link that connects necessity and production. Keep in mind that everything wonderful happens upstream. The passage of time leads us to drift, and drifting only leads to negative outcomes, disasters, disappointments, and failures. Failure does not have to be a catastrophe. It is usually the product of a long series of minor failures rather than a single significant event. Failing in life means failing to think today, act today, care today, strive, climb, learn, and keep trying day after day. If your objective is to write 20 letters today, but you only manage to write 6, you are down 14 letters. You are down 7 phone calls if you wish to make 10 calls, but only make 3. If your plan calls for you to save $100 today, but you don't, you will be $100 short. The concern now is that if you look at an unstructured day, you will conclude that no major harm has been done. It may not appear to be a particularly horrible day, but add together these days to create a year, and those years to build a lifetime. And maybe you can understand how repeating today's minor setbacks might quickly turn your life into a massive disaster success. On the other hand, the process is exactly the same in reverse. If you set a goal of making 10 calls and end up making 15, you've gained 5 calls. Move up the savings numbers if you acquire a few more letters. You can see how much of a difference a year can make, and what riches and achievements are ahead for a lifetime. Discipline is a set of magical keys that opens all the doors to prosperity, happiness, sophistication, culture, high self-esteem, pride, joy, accomplishment, contentment, and success. The first step forward discipline is to recognize the importance of and the value of discipline, particularly the discipline to make changes. What is it going to take? What must I do and become in order to achieve what I desire in life? The willingness is the second key. More than that, the desire to purposefully, wisely, and consistently sustain your new discipline. The commitment to master the circumstances of your daily life is the third fundamental to discipline. To recognize and capitalize on possibilities, to use the sun and rain to create something useful. What is beneficial as well as what is disguised as disaster. Discipline accomplishes many things, but the most essential is what it accomplishes for you. You feel better about yourself as a result of it. Even the simplest discipline may have a huge impact on your moves, and the surge of self-worth that comes with starting a new discipline is almost as nice as the feeling that comes with completing it. Second, a new discipline quickly changes the course of your life. You can't change your destination because it's still in the future, but you can change your path right now. And it's critical to have a clear sense of direction. Third, discipline works in tandem with nature, and everything aspires to be better. It's a normal part of life. What is the maximum height that a tree can reach? As tall as it possibly can. Everything aspires to be the best version of itself. And it is this trying to become that is the essence of discipline. Disciplining ourselves to reach our full potential and become the best version of ourselves. Finally, discipline is a magnet for opportunity. Opportunity is always on the lookout for people who have ambition and are willing to put their skills to work. Discipline harnesses the limitless potential of dedication. The action of human will, fueled by inspiration and tempted by desire. Reason and wisdom combined can lead you to that high and lofty location known as the good life. So begin the new procedure. No matter how small, you can start a new habit. It doesn't matter how small anything is. All that matters is whether or not you begin and whether or not you continue. So if you want to live a prosperous life, make a prosperity plan. Start a wealth plan to become wealthy. It's important to remember that you don't have to be affluent to have a wealth strategy. A wealthy strategy can be devised by a person with limited resources. Start a health plan if you are sick. Start an energy plan if you don't have any. Start a feel-good plan if you are not feeling well. Start a smart plan if you aren't already smart. If you are unable to begin, make a plan. If you haven't already, make a plan. Anyone can do it. Even a nasty person can begin to hear positive messages and read positive books. Recognize that today is the beginning of a better, happier, and wealthier life. This is a thrilling prospect. Both the process and outcome may start right now. Begin your new adventure right now. Today is the day to begin the discipline of putting a new idea into action if you have one. Make today a lengthy, healthy, and exciting start to your new life. Today is the first day of your new library. So get your first book. Begin your new goal setting routine today. Start cleaning out a drawer on your new well-organized desk right now. Begin your new health regimen by eating an apple every day. Make a deposit into your new investment for a fortune account right now. Begin reading with zeal for your new riches of mind strategy right now. Today is the day to send a postponed letter. Make a long distance call today. Pick up your camera and take a picture of something today to begin your new photographic collection. Get your new commitment to a better life off to a good start. Try to cram as many activities as you can into the first day. Break free from gravity's negative downward pull by going all out. Set the thrusters in motion. Demonstrate to yourself that the time for waiting is over, that the time for hope is finished, and that trust in action has taken over. It's a fresh day, a new chapter in your life with self-control. You won't believe the number of positive decisions you can make on the first day of your new life. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Please like, comment, and share this video with your friends and family, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel for more motivational films. Goodbye and good luck. Peace out.